Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. It's time to look at new announcements for December from Arrow Video, and there's some big titles here that we're going to have a look at. So let's just dive in and get started. So first up, there is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but we kind of spoke about that in a previous video because it was, a big announcement of this one. So next up, we have Wild Style on 4K UHD. Here's a little story that must be told. In the early 1980s, New York City independent filmmaker Charlie Ahern and downtown artist Fred Brathwaite ventured uptown with the aim of capturing an exciting new underground scene that was happening in the South Bronx. A scene that featured graffiti artists, breakdancing b-boys, and two turntables and a microphone. The result was Wild Style, and to many viewers, it was their first glimpse of the musical and cultural phenomenon called hip-hop. In this unique hybrid of fiction and documentary, the story of lone graffiti artist Lee Zorro Quinones trying to achieve success in his own terms is brought to vivid life with support by Fab Five Freddy Braithwaite, Sandra Fabra and Patty Astor, and with historic musical performances with Grandmaster Flash, Busy Bee, the Fantastic Five, the Cold Crush Brothers, and the Rocksteady Crew to create the score. Endlessly sampled and imitated and debated, Wild Style is the truest portrait of the hip-hop scene during its early years and remains one of the most important music films ever made. So, there is the 4K UHD limited edition contents here, with a collector's booklet, reversible sleeve, double-sided poster, and an exclusive mini version of the Wild Style issue of Hip Hop Family Tree comic book, and 3 stickers. So we get the 4K UHD with a new restoration from the 16mm negative. It's HDR10 compatible, original lossless mono audio, English subtitles. Got a new commentary with Jeff Chairman Mao and Andrew Monk One Mason. Legacy commentary featuring the director and Fred Braithwaite. Down by Law, Creating the Music Style. Brand new interview with the director. Theatrical trailer, image gallery. Disc 2, there's a bunch of extras there which I'm not going to go through, and disc 3 is a CD. I have never heard of this at all. It seems like a stacked package. I'm not sure it's really for me. It also comes on Blu-ray as well, and there is a special Blu-ray and vinyl version of this. Next up, we have The House with Laughing Windows, a film by Pupi Avati, and this comes on 4K and Blu-ray as well. I recently saw this for the first time earlier this year. I loved it. I thought it was a really terrific giallo. Well, typically famed for its lurid Technicolor hues and grand guignol murders, the Italian giallo thriller had a less bombastic side as well, heading less towards exploitation than to art. These lesser-seen gems offer some of the greatest rewards for adventurous viewers. Among them, 1976 The House with the Laughing Windows, directed by Pupi Avati, rises up as the cream of the crop. Art restorer Stefano arrives in an isolated Italian village to repair a fresco depicting the agonizing martyrdom of Saint Sebastian. The original painter was a death artist, a madman so obsessed with mortality that, according to whispered rumours, he tortured his models in their final moments of life. When people begin to turn up dead, Stefano is forced to consider the possibility that the artist has returned to continue his brutal career and that he is the primary target. Often counted among the greatest gialli ever made, The House with the Laughing Windows offers a unique, eerie twist on the genre. So you have the 4K from the original camera negative, graded by Arrow Films. It's HDR10 compatible, lossless mono Italian soundtrack, new translated English subtitles. We have a new commentary by Alexandra Helen Nicholas and Josh Nelson. Brand new commentary by Eugenio Ercolani and Troy Howarth. Painted Screens, a brand new feature-length documentary on the film. La Casa e Sola, brand new visual essay by critic Chris Alexander. The Art of Suffering, brand new visual essay by Kat Ellinger. Italian theatrical trailer, reversible sleeve, double-sided fold-out poster. Fantastic. I'd be all over this, but I've heard that Shameless are releasing a version for the UK, so I'll probably hold off and get that. But it's also available on Blu-ray as well, and I would suggest getting it. It's a really great film. Next up, we have City on Fire. After the success of John Woo's A Better Tomorrow, lead actor Chow Yun-fat cemented his reputation as Hong Kong's hottest new action film megastar with his electrifying performance in Ringo Lam's City on Fire, one of the most beloved examples of the heroic bloodshed subgenre. Ko is an undercover cop on one last job, assigned to infiltrate a gang of jewel thieves committing armed robberies across Hong Kong. When another police officer is killed in the line of duty during one of the gang's heists, Ko finds himself caught in the crossfire between the police force, desperate to catch the culprits at any cost, and the trigger-happy thieves, who begin to smell a rat in their midst. As the bullets fly and the body count rises, Ko's only hope for survival might be his burgeoning friendship with a weary gang member, Fu. A marked influence on Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs, Lam's gritty and dynamic crime thriller has been restored from the original negative and is finally unleashed on home video again in its lethal fury, looking and sounding more spectacular than ever before. It's got high-def Blu-ray presentation, lossless Cantonese and English mono audio, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, got a new commentary with Frank Jeng and F.J. Di Santo, Burn It Down, brand new interview with screenwriter Tommy Sham, Hong Kong Confidential, brand new appreciation by author Grady Hendrix, Some Like It Hot, brand new appreciation by Rick Mears, Burning Rivalries, a new appreciation by Kim Newman, an archival interview with Ringo Lam, Portrait of Anger, archival interview with the cinematographer, Long Arm of the Law, an archival interview with a co-star, theatrical trailer, image gallery, and reversible sleeve. I've not seen City on Fire in years. I'd like to revisit it. It may be something I'll pick up further down the line. And the big one this month, Shawscope Volume 4. So I'm not going to go through all the extras on this because there's a wealth, but I'll just touch on it. And a long time ago, in a movie studio just off Clearwater Bay, a special effects-driven horror and sci-fi cinema dominated the local box office in the 70s. Hong Kong's mightiest film studio, Shaw Brothers, not only followed suit, but took things one step beyond. One of the Shaw's most beloved classic, Ho Shan's Tokusatsu tribute Super Inframan, stars Danny Lee as the titular high-kicking superhero defending the planet against a demon queen and her legion of subterranean mutant minions. Lee also stars as monster vigilante issuing vicious justice in Ho Ming Ho's creeptastic oily maniac as the prince granted magical powers in the fantastical wuxia battle wizard. Director Ho next treats us to a double helping of occult mayhem with Black Magic and its sequel. We also have Bewitched and the Hex trilogy, an unforgettable quadruple serving of possession and witchcraft that presaged his notorious brain-melting classic, The Boxer's Omen. Kor Yoon adds a hefty dose of horror with his trademark wuxia mystery style in Bat Without Wings, in which a young sword fighter must end a deranged martial arts master turned multiple murderers' perverted rampage. Hushan returns with Bloody Parrot, an eye-poppingly vivid horror fantasy about two swordsmen hunting a demon that offers to grant wishes only to leave a messy trail of destruction in its wake. We have the Fake Ghost Catchers, which is two conmen unwittingly enlisting to battle spirits from the underworld. We have Demon of the Loot, which has to be seen to be believed. We have the Splatterfest Seeding of a Ghost, has a taxi driver enlist a necromancer's help in avenging the murder of his wife with sickening results. And Portrait in Crystal, a deliriously imaginative tale of a murderous swordsman brought to life through crystal sculpture. And finally, we have Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's an out-of-this-world comedy in which a city girl is abducted by aliens and taken to a galaxy far, far away. From slimy creatures to supernatural wizardry and sex-crazed serial killers, the biggest collection in Arrow Video's Shawscope series yet features 16 of the wildest and the weirdest films the company has ever made, gorgeously restored in all their glory with amazing array of never-before-seen bonus features. Now, I believe this has a whole bunch of movies that were released by 88 Films. Now, I could go and check that myself, but I'm just going to guess because I'm lazy. I'm sure Super Inframan, Oily Maniac, Black Magic 1 and 2, Hex, Bewitched, Seeding of a Ghost have all been released from 88 Films. They're all in my collection as well, and it's probably the most out of any of the Shawscope sets where I've already seen a bunch of the films. I like the fact that they've really tried to put together horror and sci-fi. It's a different kind of frame of mind. I kind of like that. It's 10 discs. I like the idea of this. I do. I'm not overly miffed that I have a bunch of the films already. They are up to a little bit to 16 films as well, so that kind of covers a lot of that. And it's definitely something that I will pick up at some point. It needs to go next to my other 3 Shawscope sets, which are fantastic, and I still need to watch a bunch of movies from them. But yeah, there we have it. So, coming out in December, we have the Ninja Turtles on 4K UHD and Blu-ray. I probably won't get them. I've got a feeling that these are nostalgic, heavy movies that I may pick up in a sale. I don't need them immediately. City on Fire. Again, I don't need it immediately. Maybe a sale. Wild Style. It's just not for me. It's not something that I would really go back to again and again. May check it out on the Arrow Player. The House with Laughing Windows I would get if it was UK, but I believe Shameless are doing that, so I will get that. So for me, in December, the only one that I would really want would be Shawscope. But they seem to hang around a while, so I'm not in a rush to pick it up, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I would love to know what you think of this makeup of titles. What jumps out to you here? Which are the titles that make you go, I want that. That's a standout release. That looks rather tasty. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on these announcements. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com, always, which you can support me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.